Oh my God, I didn't smoke weed for like 5 hours or four. Yeah, 5 hours. Wow. Oh, this cigarette tastes good, and so does this weed. I need some caffeine too. Where's my caffeine? I called the EMS for the third time, and this time they finally took her because she was so confused and out of it. And I took a shower and went up to the hospital, of course, and I waited in the waiting room like 2 hours, and I finally went up there to ask again. And they said her hemoglobin's like a 3 or something. I don't even know. And I talked to the nurse about the blood transfusion. And then I talked to the doctor, and he was like, yeah, it'll make her a little more with it. That's another proper wording, but mm, it's so much stress, man. Because I went in there earlier. I was talking to my friend Christy. This was probably like 10 o'clock at night. I was like, Christy, I don't think she's going to make it through the night. I was like, I'm going to go in there on speakerphone and uh, talk to her so you can hear. I said, just mute your end and I'll let you listen anyway. She's like, yeah, she's dehydrated. And she almost started to manipulate this third set of EMS, but she's too out of it to do it, and she didn't know. Uh, who said Jaden's vlog? Can you help me with something? I need help with something. What do you need, Jaden? My mom's in the hospital dying of cancer, and I come home to feed my cats and smoke some weed and a cigarette, but I will take time away from my day, Jaden, just to help you. So what is your help? What do you need help? Let me put this on all chats. Chat filter, all messages. Okay. Well, get back to me, Jaden, when you decide what you need help with. Anyway, so I asked the doctor what he would do about the blood transfusion because I felt like I've been up for like 24 hours, all this medication, Seroquel and all that. My brain is so fried. I was like, well, what would you suggest? He was like, yeah, I would do it. He said the only cons are she could have a reaction or something. He said that's very, very, very low. And he said, um, or something. Oh, like she could get some kind of virus, but they screen that. It's like whatever, you know. It's like, well, that's the least of her problem is catching something from tainted blood. So he's like, well, what are your goals? And I said, my goal is just to get her stabilized and have her come home ASAP with hospice. He's like, well, hospice is here from 8 or 9 till 5 or whatever every day, yada, yada, yada. I was like, well, my biggest fear is her dying in this hospital. I said, because I said, my mom can be ornery and mean and all that, but that's my mom, and I want her wishes to be met. So, anyway, long story short, he said they're gonna move her to ICU, and then they're gonna give her the blood transfusion and all that. They said she's in real bad shape. And I tried all those other times I mean, the first time I called the EMS, she was pretty with it because she was like, I've been telling them you abused me, all that stuff. And then the second time she kind of did that, but not as much as third time. Then she turned on the EMS. She's like, "You put these bruises on me," and the EMS guy when he's trying to do her cuff thing. Oh my god! And then as soon as she's like kind of nice toward you, they carry her to the stretcher and all that. And then I finally get to the hospital. You know, she said, "You're gonna regret this." And the doctor comes in. She switches to. Oh my god, she's a psycho. Nobody else. If I was a horrible person, or if I was just a normal person, I should have just let her stay in there and die like that. But I didn't want her to. You know what I mean? I don't want her to sit there and starve to death. Oh. Mm. And then on the blood transfusions, it says, it's like gives all these great pros, and then Chat GPT says, well, the cons are, anyway, they're like most people, a late term, late stage cancer, they only live 2 weeks after a blood transfusion. I'm like, what the hell? Uh, 6.5 in pink, 7 on a good day, maybe. Anyway, this is about my dying mom, not about my penis right this moment. But thank you for the interest, Sandwalker. Anyway, and then I said the doctor had come in. Everybody was there, super nice. Uh, anyway, I'll talk about it later time. But and then the doctor was there, and I was like, "Mom, is it okay if I leave you here just for a few hours? I'm gonna go home and feed the animal." She's like, "No." And the doctor's eyes got real big, and she's like, "Just kidding." God, I'm like, only mom dying of cancer is gonna be. Oh, she's mom. No problem. I didn't know what you were talking about until it was too late. Oh, don't worry about it. This has been going on for a while now, so. And I kept trying to tell the doctors and all that because the EMS act, I guess, because she looks so bad. I mean, she is just skin and bones, and she looks like greenish gray. And I guess they think, I was like, she's not dying of that cancer right this moment. I keep having to tell them about the alcohol withdrawal and all that shit. How old are you, Sandwalker? Because everybody picks on me for talking to, every time I talk to somebody in the side chat, they're like, I'm 13, I'm 12, and then I have to block them. 97, hopefully that's the year you were born, Sandwalker. I've already got some lunatic running around town calling me a pedo on here because, uh, anyway, I'm going to give that story. My brain hurts too much. Okay, you can stay, Sandwalker. Mm. So I'm praying, I'm hoping that she gets that blood transfusion. He said that that's another reason that she's so confused because she's not getting enough oxygen because her hemoglobin's so low. So he said this will improve her mental acuity or whatever for a little bit of time. I was like, I just want to get her stable and get home with hospice. Just like bring on the liquid morphine, and I'll light a candle and let's get this show on the road. That's what she wants. I just couldn't, like today. She was so just. Well, I tried to give her orange juice. I went in there and I tried to give her orange juice, and she huffed and puffed, and she said, "Okay, I'll drink it if you'll leave me alone." So I gave her, so she drank like a quarter of the little small, like you get out of the vending machine, orange juices, and she started throwing it up. She couldn't even keep fluids down, so I was like, "Fuck." Mm. Oh, I need more weed. Let me hit this pipe. And I can't go to bed because if I do, I probably won't wake up until like noon. So I have to stay up all night, and then won't be at the hospital all day. No sleep, which reminds me, I need to take my Wellbutrin. God knows I need some antidepressants this morning. And for the boy people, you know who you are. Like I've moved on from all that, so I hope y'all have too. I hope I have my privacy back, and I've gonna keep my promise. I've kind of let everything, letting that go and trying to start my new chapter in life on a better footing than, the going live crying and screaming about suicide trolls all the time. So there's that. What else is going on? I have to call my dad. I thought about calling him today, and I was like, man, just sit down and do it. And I was like, I think if I can get her home tomorrow and situated, then I'll call dad and see what he wants to. I doubt he'll come down. Angela asked him if he wanted to come down when she did, and he was at physical therapy or something. I don't even know. And that's the part I think that all these people are confused about. I keep bringing it up and like over and over. I'm like, she's a heavy drinker. She drank every day. And this doctor here, he did listen. He's like, well, how much is every day? I was like, from time she got up, time she went to bed. Like she's a heavy drinker. I said, that's what I'm saying. 45 days ago, she was still at work, working full time. I should have. I tried. I'll feel guilty always. I should have did more, but I tried those other 2 times to make. I mean, I guess the first time was last Wednesday. I mean, I tried everything to get her to go down there before it got like it is now. She's just trying to unalive herself. And it just don't make no sense. That's what I kept saying. Just let me get hospice in there if that's what you're going to do. And you can just, I said that morphine will be a lot better than that damn oxycodone. It's only 5 milligram oxycodone. They gave her like 6 a day or something. She needs on morphine. She's got to be miserable. I mean, absolutely, that cancer has just ate her whole body up. Just ate it up. Emilio, kitty, what are you doing down there, boy? I gotta go check. I put in a load of clothes so I can wear something back to the hospital. Oh. Dear Lord. Why does it sound like them? Damn WD-40 for that wall. How you doing, Calico Kitty? And the whole time at the hospital, that's all I'm thinking about is these little cats. Of course, as soon as I come in the door, they all were right there. I got to decide what I'm going to do. I still think I'm just going to stick with having her cremated and then putting her in the plot. I don't know. I have enough money to actually just have her buried now. Because she got approved for a card and I can kind of prepay. I just don't know yet. I don't even want to think that far. I feel like it'd be disrespect. I don't know. I don't even think it is disrespectful. I don't know. I just got in my mind people are buried. Like Grandpa was buried. I just think, I don't know. I think cremating her and burying her urn a couple feet down there in that plot that's hers anyway. I mean, I don't see if I spend, $10,000 on a damn funeral. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Grandpa, we paid like $12,000. Why is an alarm going off? We spent like $12,000 on Grandpa's funeral, and that didn't even include the plot. Grandpa had bought those 4 plots years ago. Where is this? What the hell is it? Damn. Stop. And I'll be honest with you, and I'm not even being any kind of way because I've talked to my sister, and I'm sure there's weirdos, Pennywise. I ain't gonna get into all that shit. I said all I gotta say about that, and I don't want to bring it up. Best of luck to Bridget. Best of luck to Pennywise. Look, I don't mention her. I don't tag her. I don't think about her. So I just suggest they do the same. So, but I just want everything done. Like, it's just so much. God, it's so much. And the more I research, like the will and all that stuff, and the way everything is just so much. Because I have to think basically, do I want to go through probate? And I kind of don't. I'd rather just quit claim this house in my name now and just pay the capital gain taxes on it. Because if I go through probate with a will, then that's going to give time for any creditors, anything that's due, to come and say, hey, we want our money. But if I quit claim this deed in my house, in my name, and then when she passes, I don't even have to. She has nothing. There's no reason. There's the credit card debt. Yeah, y'all go. Fight over. Whatever. There isn't nothing like that. There's life insurance. I could pay that. She has $15,000 of life insurance through work. That's why I busted my ass to keep her, on the books there at work, because I can use that if I have to pay off any debt. And she's got that Discover card. It's got a $9,000 limit. She's got the Capital One card. It's got a $2,000 limit. She's got some other card, Avant, that's coming that's $1,500. So that's well over $10,000 without the life insurance. So I don't know. Wait, who's this? Rashid Al Arabi. How old are you, Rashid? This is a adult only chat. Sand Walker already showed me his ID earlier. He's 26. Allah Akbar. Woe is me. Where's all my sweet friends? I don't see all my sweet friends rushing over here to say, oh, Ryan, we're so sorry. We're so sorry that you're going through this. Believe me, we wish it would have been you, Ryan. Instead of her, we tried. We tried down to love you, Ryan. We just weren't successful. Oh, God. And just as of now, when I do my little jail mail series, I don't plan on messaging Harold in prison, but I do know that if I even get a whiff of someone reading any of my personal shit that they are getting by illegal means, I guarantee I will have up on that video chat and having my co-host, and I mean that. So stay out of my life and don't go into my real life. I won't be contacting your ex-boyfriend. I won't be contacting nobody's neighbors, nobody's thought, nobody. Just stay out of my personal life, and I will stay out of yours. It's pretty simple. What else happened? Oh no, it's I'm so high strung in my anxiety because I am autistic. Even though y'all don't want me to admit it because then it would make y'all look worse. But I all that stimulus and stimuli and all that and so much, I just go into like this panic mode, like absolute panic mode. Like my brain just won't even function properly. It's just trying to think too hard. Oh, whoops. And I just now, I checked my USPS, the advanced mail thing, and my email thing that I had to stop sending my email because of the hackers. But I didn't see that debit card coming in there. I got an email Monday that they had sent out her new debit card because I went like 2 weeks with no damn debit card. After I lost that other one, she ain't been coherent enough to get on the phone long enough to talk to him. So I did it through the app. I got on her phone and finally got into Suncoast and all that. Oh, what a nightmare. What a nightmare. And that shows how much I love that woman. She literally, the first time the EMS come, she's like, I'm going to tell him he abused me. And then she was trying to whisper to him, and she manipulated them pretty good. That one black guy, he just gave me nasty looks. He was believing everything she was saying. The other two people, they're just rolling their eyes at her because, you know. Even that EMS tonight got a taste of it though. That's so funny. She gives him that mean look. She's like, "What are you touching me? What are you putting these bruises on me?" Oh my God, who can be that ornery on their deathbed? I just don't understand. I would be like taking my morphine, IV morphine, and just being chill. Like, who just has. I just don't understand it. I don't. I'll never understand it. I talked to my sister. She's like, I've never been able to diagnose mom. Oh. Because then I thought, well, maybe mom is a sociopath. And I don't think she's a psychopath, but I think she's like narcissistic with heavy sociopathic tendencies. I don't know. Cause some of that shit, the way she is, I'm not even like mean and like crazy like that. I don't know. I don't want to see her and trash my mom while she's in the hospital dying, so I'll refrain from that. I'll save it for another day. Cause the stories I could tell, and I don't want to move to the Poconos. Angela was like, well, you could let that house sit there for a while and until you do this, that, and the other thing, and you can go up there and take care of Dad. And I'm thinking, oh my God. I took care of Grandpa till he died, Grandma pretty much up until, however long that was till she died. And then Mom I just am sick of taking care of dead people. I don't want to be a nurse. I don't want to be a caregiver. I am so sick of caring about everybody else and caring for everybody else but myself. I know that's hard for all the uh, evil people on here to believe because they have this image in their mind of what a horrible just creep I am. Well, I'm not. I hate to bust your bubble. I'm not. If I was a creep, I'd have let her starve to death in there. If I was a real bitch, I'd say keep her alive at all cost. I want her hooked up to life. You know what I mean? To get her back for the way she treated me, but I don't have that kind of feeling towards her. As mean as she is, she's my mama. I just want her to, you know, just die in peace and dignity and just not sit there and starve yourself to death, man. Who even does that? I could go to sleep. I don't want to go back to the hot. And I should have had her take to Tampa General, and then they went to the one in Brandon, and it's like, man, I should have had her sent to the Tampa General because that's where all her doctors are, and that whole cancer center. But the doctor, because I told them, I was like, look, I haven't even been to that first oncology appointment yet. They haven't told me she has 6 months, 8 months, whatever. He's like, well, I'll be honest with you, and Frank here, I do not think any type of treatment would prolong her life by any mean. Basically, like, it's just, it's too late. It's just too late. I would like to know. I don't know if there's a way they could tell. I'd love to know how long she had that. She had to have it for years. She had to. Oh, Charlotte, one. Okay, let me get my glasses on. Let me get my Charlotte Richardson. Okay. One thing you need to understand is that you are greeting your mother now, and it's okay. It's a relief when she does pass. So, how it was with my sister. I have so many mixed feelings about it. Like, I don't even want to talk about it really. Like, I love my mom, but she was very abusive in a lot of ways because of that alcohol and that, like, and then I feel guilty because, like, a little bit of part of me sometimes when she's so mean, like, I'm in there, like, trying to get her to stay alive, and she's like, F word, get out of here, you F word. And it's like, I don't know. So sometimes, like, I'm just like, ooh, you bitch, you just, like, for that minute, you just, like, go ahead and die, and then I feel guilty even thinking it, you know what I mean? So I tried to just think, well, I always make excuses, oh, it's the alcohol, oh, it's this. There's no excuse for her to be that nasty like that now, other than that's just her. And I'm just gonna have to accept that. I just have to accept that's mom. It's just how she is. I'm okay. Like, how do you mean? Like mentally? Like mentally, I'm drained and I'm depressed, and I'm taking all these antidepressants as it is, which I took that Seroquel earlier. My mouth is all dry, and I took that Wellbutrin. Like, I'm okay, but I'm sad. No one wants their mom to die, even if she's not the best mother in the world or the nicest person in the world. Still your mom. You just have that feeling, that's my mom. She can sit there and call me an F word and all that stuff, but it's still, I know that's my mom and I love her. She used to not be always be like that. She used to be better. She used to. I'm telling you, when my dad left her in 1992 because he was gay, uh, that's right. I don't even want to think about that, Charlie Kirk. What a nightmare that is. What a nightmare. Only 31, and he's got like young. Oh, what a nightmare. That's so shitty. That is like the shittiest, cowardliest thing you can do is go shoot somebody like that out there in public. That's just a cowardly thing to do. I completely get it. My sister was abusive to me. Also, I completely understand where you're coming from. Well, thank you, Charlotte. I didn't even know, like, until I had problems on here with the people and trolling and all that. I didn't even know that my mom was like a narcissist. I didn't even understand that the way she was abusing me. I mean, that's your mom, and you believe what she says. You know what I mean? Anyway, I ain't gonna get on that Debbie Downer stuff, but well, thank you, Charlotte. I mean, it's just part of life. It just sucks. Just sucks. And I've lived here in this house with her for so long, even if we can go for, almost a whole day without talking, but I know she's just right, you know what I mean? Right in there. It's like a security thing. And I have to, like, I don't know, just have to be an adult, if that makes sense. And I don't really like being an adult a lot because it's stressful. I don't know. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. Let me see if these clothes are done. Hey, Google, turn off the angelfish tank, please. Thank you. What you doing, Miss Lily Kitty? What you doing, my little Lily baby? Hold on till I'll get in here and read that when I get back in here. This room's a mess. What are you oohing at, FYI? But the thing is, all mothers have tough love for their children. I wouldn't say that's really tough love right there, but kinda is. Oh, that's what I was fixing to say. I think before I got sidetracked, who knows? Is that when dad left mom in 1992 because he was gay, that was, mom just thought she was going to be with dad forever. I mean, she just had no clue. So when he left her like that, I mean, it's one thing if your husband cheats on you with a woman, and at least you can kind of say, "Well, I'll get my sexy body back, and I'll do." When your husband cheats on you with another man, it's not like you can go, what do you can't compete with that. I mean, you ain't got a penis, you know what I'm saying? So it fucked her head up. And then dad had to be an asshole and move up there and not pay child support. And then grandpa had to pay some of the bills, and she was working two jobs, and she just all, I can see it now. I could make a chart and just see over the years how her life just deteriorated, and she was just, I don't know. Adulting sucks. Yes, it does. I get that. This family, they need to catch the coward SOB that did it. Yeah, I can, I was a Democrat. I voted for Kamala. I didn't like her. I wasn't crazy about Biden. And I've kind of gave Trump, you just have to, I don't know. I just don't like the way it is. Like you just everybody's just like, "Oh, I don't agree with you. I'm gonna unalive you, or I'm gonna have you locked up." It's like that's where we're at now, really. I mean, there's a lot of people that I don't like on YouTube, or like commentators or news on both sides. I would never wish like that kind of death, like that, just brutal. I mean, it's just horrible. I saw the thing on Twitter once, and I mean, it got him in the neck. It was horrible. Anyway, I'm just ranting or blabbing incoherently. I need a cigarette. No, and then mom, it's not like, mom said, oh, well, here's the will and here's all this. And, mom has been no help in that department at all. And I have to like think about me and my future in this house and her. And it's a lot. It's so on top of all her dying. And I have to think about all these finances. What am I going to do about this? How am I going to do that? I got to pay taxes on this property. All that's, it's like all comes at me at once. It's overwhelming. Even when I didn't like Trump back then. I mean, I still ain't crazy about him as a person, but he's right about a lot of things. But anyway, even when he was like almost shot, like that was like horrifying to me, and I really, especially at that time, I hated his guts. I just I don't like that. I think it's cowardly. And I think that guy's still on the run. Last time I looked last night, he was still like they didn't have nobody. Oh, I don't want to go back to that hospital. And the hospital reminds me of like kind of like a school or jail. I don't know. I just want to go to sleep in there. Uh, and plus, I'm gonna have to do something about a car. Either I'm just gonna have to get that oil leak in that car fixed. I'm gonna have to do something. All that shit's running through my mind. My poor sister, I think I bothered her so much of all this crap, she even got burnt out for a while. I could tell on the phone yesterday. I was like, I won't bother you no more. I was like, hopefully we won't have no more drama till Monday. And then I text her from the hospital like at midnight. I was like, I lied. There's more drama. I'm at the ER. I'll talk to you in the morning. I did take a shower before I went back to the hospital last night, but you're right about the eating thing. I'll grab me something, maybe like a $2. I don't think nothing at McDonald's is $2 anymore, but some kind of cheap breakfast sandwich when I head back that way. And I feel so alone like that because even like when I had issues with mom, where she was sick before, like when she had that partial hysterectomy, I've always had my grandma to call or something. It's like grandma's not there. Angela's in Maryland, and I love my sister, but she's got her own family and kids and own so much stuff. I mean, and she works and that brain, she's having those seizures from that brain thing herself. So I only can push her so much, kind of like vent to her before she, ugh, it is a mess. Oh, I just dropped a cigarette on me. Great. And you know what's crazy? When my grandpa passed away, it was that's what I was telling the doctor down there in the ER. It's almost the same pattern. Like that's how I kind of want this to go. Is grandpa, me and mom had went over there to his house, and he was like in and out of it and everything. We called 911, and they took him to Brandon Hospital, and then they called us in there. He was in the emergency room. They're like, "Oh, we don't know if he's gonna make it. So if y'all want to go in there and see him." So we went and cried in there, saw him, and they made us get out. And then he ended up pulling through. For about a week he was in the hospital, and then he come home on hospice, and he had set up in the same house out there in the living room in front of those windows so he could look out, put TV out there and all that. And then it was like a month later, he finally passed here with hospice. So yeah, if you look up Ryan Nil, Ryan, my Facebook's under Ryan Nil instead of my legal last name. It's Ryan and then Neil, and it's me in a baseball cap sitting in the car in Tampa, Florida. I think it's either Tampa or Sefner on there. Mm. I'm 47. Am I 47? I don't even know what. I'm so tired. I don't even know. I think I'm 47 and a half. Or maybe I'm 48 and a half. I was born in May 23rd, 1977. So anyway, I think I'm going to get off here for a few and just lay here and meditate and while those clothes are drying. And then once the sun comes up and everything, I'll do my morning routine with those cats and get their food out there and open the curtains for them and all that. And then I'll head back down to that hospital and see what I got to do. Anyway, it was nice talking to you, Charlotte. Thanks for stopping by. And Ashley, you should get some rest for a bit, though. I'm scared to fall asleep because if I fall asleep, I'm scared they'll call. You know what I mean? You know how when you're so tired, if you go to sleep, you can just like sleep I don't want to sleep till like noon and wake up like, oh my God. So I'm like too paranoid to go to sleep. But anyway, thanks for stopping by, Ashley. Thanks for stopping by, Charlotte. Uh, I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll be back sometime. Hopefully, when I come back, everything will be chill and she'll be home and in her bed where she wants to be. That's why I kept telling him over. I was like, she does not want to die at a hot. She wants to be in her bed. I just want to make her good enough to get her there and all that. He's from Florida, and it's from Plant City. He used to go to Armored High School. Yeah, Plant City is. I'm in Sefner. Like I don't know if you know where Sefner is. Like the McDonald's and all that. Like MLK and Parsons. So I'm like 5 minutes from Armwood, and Plant City's that way. So. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I'll be back whenever I am. Take care. Bye.